it's Facebook, and it's Bridgetti and myself. Hello, Bridgetti.
Hello, Stephen. How are you?
I just breathless because this is the third show of the day, and Peter Stewart says he goes out cycling, and he goes 20 miles at a time, and he gets back home, he sits down and says never again. And he's coined that phrase, and if you go on Facebook, you type never again, you get Peter Stewart.
Oh, really?
That's the way. I've done, this is my third show today, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to borrow Peter's phrase and say never again. I think 2 shows is okay. 3 shows, yeah. Have you done 3 shows within the space of 5 hours?
I've done it once, and also I swore never again. It really is too much. You know, whether you I mean, I know I enjoy going live and I know you enjoy going live, but it still does take quite a bit of energy when you do that. And so I think it is a bit much. It is
It
a
is.
bit
It is.
much.
You've also got the fact that you've got to organise 3 shows. So
Yes.
that's the thing. Before you can go live, you've got to organise the show. Now, creating a show on Be Live takes about a minute, but then you've got to go and cross post it everywhere. Then you've got to go and put the messenger bots on it. Then you've got to promote it. And we say welcome to everybody who's watching this. It is Friday. We are looking forward to the weekend, and you've got visitors this weekend.
Yes, I do. But you know, I wanted to touch on what you said, and that was a
Yeah.
very valid point. You know, before you, it may take you 5 minutes to create the show on Be Live. That's not it. But before you can even do that, if you are doing a scheduled live, it's one thing if you're just simply going to hit the go live button and you're going to talk off the cuff. But if it's a show that's planned, you also have to have your show card ready. You
You
know, you
do.
can't do your show card in 5 minutes. That's not possible.
No.
So putting out a show, and maybe we can just chat about that for a minute, you know,
Surely.
what it takes to produce a show. Um, because first of all, you've got to decide on a topic. You know, unless you're doing an in real life impromptu go live or this breaking news item and you're simply going live. But if you're wanting to host a show, and especially if it's a regular show, you've got to doing the work, you've got to do the time, you've got to plan out the content. And if you are going to have a guest with you or a co-host with you, you've got to make arrangements with your co-host or your guest. And if you've got a new guest, you've got to do some preparation work to make sure that they understand how to join the show, that the tech stuff works. Make sure you coordinate the content, find out if they've got any material they want to display, whether it's slides or pictures or a short video clip or whatever it is. Excuse me. And then you've got to make sure that all of that hangs together. So it's not just a matter of hitting the go live button quickly. And before once you've secured your planning, you've decided on a date, and that could take a few emails back and forth of getting the date right with the person. Then you've got to plan your advertising material, where you're going to advertise it and when you're going to advertise it. So that requires some background work as well. And so it takes quite a bit of preparation before you get to the point where you can sit down and have the live. And then when you're the producer, it's also not just a matter of you've hit the go live button and there you can sit back.
No, you can't relax for a minute. We say hello to Domingos. Thank you for joining us. No, it is. You get into a routine after a while. You know what you've got to do, and it's very rare for you to miss things out. But there are so many moving parts to bring a show together that it is. It's a labour of love. It has to be. You've got to want to do it. I think that's key. If you enjoy doing live video, then you want to do it properly, and it's fun. but it takes time. It takes time. And just a note to anybody who's watching the show that Bridgetti is on Mac using Ecamm, and I'm on Windows 10 using XSplit Vcam. And it means that we can have backgrounds of our own choosing, and you don't see our offices or our homes. You actually just see the beautiful pictures. Now, as far as my pictures are concerned, I go to a website called unsplash.com, and they supply backgrounds for free, and it's absolutely brilliant. So I can be anywhere in the world just by changing the background. And I just enjoy using a green screen.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing because it can, not everyone has got. It doesn't take a lot of money to build a set, but it does take planning and foresight. Not everyone can. I mean, I know that Peter's had challenges, for example, and now he loves using the green screen as well. He's invested.
Yep.
He's invested in his business because he uses live streaming to elevate his business and his brand. And so he decided to make an investment in having a decent green screen. He's got the equipment, and he's able to deliver a great looking broadcast. So it's one way of being able to up level your broadcast is by using a green screen if you don't have a studio area. And the reason you may need it, for example, is if not everyone has a big home, not everyone has a dedicated office space. Some people have to broadcast from their bedroom, some have to do it from their kitchen, and you may not always feel comfortable doing that. So that's one way of getting around it. And you've got a mobile green screen, which is fantastic because you can basically move it around wherever you are. And that's great. So you don't have to have, I mean, some people, if you are going to be in a space where you can use your green screen permanently, some people paint the wall green behind them. You could make it a featured green wall if you wish. Otherwise, green screen fabric works a treat, which is what I'm using. And then, Stephen, you've got the mobile green screen, which you can whip off anywhere you want to go.
Yep, it will travel anywhere. I mean, Angelica can just come into my office and borrow it, so it works well. And the thing is that if you're working from home to do, then it means that because you're using a green screen, people can still use the same room. They can walk behind you and nobody will see them. Whereas if you've not got a green screen, then any movement behind you is going to be distracting for anybody who's actually watching your show. And what you do want to do is to try and do as professional a show as possible. And green screens enable you to do that. And as Bridgetti said, it's not an enormous cost to actually do it. You just need to buy the software and either make or buy a green screen, and you can do it. And you can come on to BeLive.tv anytime using any background that you like once you've actually got it sorted. And Domingos is saying, I'm getting started on live streaming. Certainly, I've been watching the shows, Domingos, and you're doing a great job. It is getting started is the most difficult thing, isn't it? Once you've actually taken the plunge and you're underway.
I know.
Then we don't stop, do we?
No, but getting started can be the most challenging thing for some people. For some people, it's very easy. They may already have the confidence. But Stephen, it's an interesting thing that because I've spoken to a number of people who already may have been public speakers of sorts, and they do other kinds of speaking, but they still feel that hitting the go live button and doing live streaming is still completely different, especially people that have done webinars, for example. I see a lot of this on LinkedIn. I don't know if you've noticed, because because LinkedIn Live has not been rolled out yet. They're rolling it out very, very slowly. And but they made available the ability to upload a 10-minute video, I don't know, a couple of months back, a year back, I can't remember. So a lot of people are used to that. And so they're used to the fact that where they can do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 takes to get that
Oh
video
yeah.
100% perfect. And so I often look at these people and I think, everyone's building up this excitement to get LinkedIn Live, but they're used to pre-recorded video, and it's very, very different. And I've heard a few of the people on LinkedIn now that have got access to LinkedIn Live. They were expressing how very different it is. There's no retake. It's just as you are. And if you make a mistake or you duff it up, you have to learn to laugh at yourself and just carry on. Because there is no perfection in live video. And it's very different to, branding your show. You can have everything else in place, but if you forget what you wanted to say, and that's one of the things that's nice, which we don't have today, for example, but it's one of the nice features of BeLive is that you can have an agenda. You don't have to have everything written out. I mean, Stephen, I don't know if you've ever done that. I've tried doing, I'm going to be honest, I tried doing that in the beginning. But if I look back at my videos when I did that, it's very obvious when you're reading something off a script. People can see that because you're not making eye contact. People can see your concentration is somewhere
You're
else.
looking away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the manner in which you speak. You can tell when somebody's actually reading something. So it's very, very different. So the agenda there comes in quite useful because you can put your key point, and then it's got a little bit of space where you can write out, maybe jot down 2 or 3 points to jog your memory about your content. So from that perspective, I know some people go out and they get a teleprompter, for example. I've actually made one very cheaply. You can make one very cheaply. But honestly, with the agenda feature, I don't really see the need for it. I just wanted to make one so that I had one and I, could tell people it's easy and doesn't cost a lot of money. You don't have to go and spend 5,000-10,000 Rand on a professional teleprompter because that's what it costs. But you can actually make one. I made mine out of 2 frames, and you get on the App Store. There's teleprompter app. There's a couple of them. So those are things. So basically, you can live stream at a very, very reasonable cost. You don't have to go and spend huge amounts of money. And Stephen and I spoke about it before. You can, if you're getting started, you can start out with BeLive for free. You get 20 minutes twice a week, right, Stephen?
Indeed. Just going back to the agenda, it does help you to put bullet points down and to focus. If you write a script for a live video, then as you say, you come across as wooden and distracted. And it's best if you're going to go live to actually be as natural as you can be. And I always treat it, I know I'm in Wiltshire in England, you're in Cape Town, South Africa, we're thousands of miles apart, but it's as if we're actually chatting in the same room. We're talking to each other. And that's the effect that you want to have. You want to have that this is a discussion between friends. And it comes with practice, but once you've got to that stage, then you can go live at the drop of a hat, and we do. Talking of LinkedIn Live, have you applied yet?
I have.
So have I. I did last week, and I know Linda's applied as well. So we're in the queue. The only person I know who's got it in Britain, that is Ian, and he's not too keen yet because he can't schedule the shows. You've got to go live on the spur of the moment. And we know that with BeLive and other systems on Facebook, you can actually schedule ahead and say, right, okay, I'm going to go live at 12 p.m. Eastern, and you go live at 12 p.m. Eastern. That's good. And it means you can actually promote the show. Whereas if you can't schedule it, it makes it very difficult to promote it because you don't have a link to send people to.
No, you don't. And so I find, LinkedIn does send out a notification. But you have to be on the link. You have to have LinkedIn open, so either on your desktop or on your phone, in order to get that notification. And then the notification is literally when the person is going live, as they're going live. So you have no way of being able to plan for it.
No,
You
that's true.
can't schedule the time, because it's entirely up to the person that is going live when they're going live. So that to me is something that's lacking at the moment, and I'm hoping that once it becomes more mature,
Yes,
that
that's it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that it will change.
Yeah.
And I'm also hoping, of course, that they'll expand to other software houses, because currently it's Wirecast, which is horribly expensive.
There's a new version of Wirecast, but it's still $249.
Yeah, it's quite a hectic investment.
Yeah.
So there's currently three software houses that are approved by LinkedIn, but
Yeah.
they're not cheap.
No, they're not. They're not. Compared to BeLive.tv, they're definitely expensive. And that you've got to think about it. I mean, the problem is you say, okay,
and it's one destination. You can only go live. You can only go live to LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's a closed system, isn't it? It doesn't allow you to go out to other places at the same time. Right. Okay. Now, talking of new things, if you have been trying hard to connect your HDMI camera to BeLive.tv, and we've had all sorts of workarounds over the months, and people have had to do sort of black magic to actually get it working. In Jeff Adams' show last night, he was speaking to Epiphan, and Epiphan and BeLive TV are now working together. And Epiphan have a box of tricks, which is $295. Now, for $295, what you're actually getting is a portable system where you can plug in and link to BeLive from wherever you are using your HDMI camera. So you can have this, you can pay $400 for the camera, you can pay $2,000 for the camera, it's up to you, but you can bring in, and if you actually broadcasting from an event, then you can take this little gadget with you, and providing you get good Wi-Fi, then you're in and you can broadcast a live event. It's for live streaming of events taking place either away from your office or actually sports as well. And it is another step forward by BeLive. And I'm going to watch Jeff's video again. I found videos about what it's supposed to do. I've found videos of people using it. I found videos of the cameras that you can actually use. So I'm going to explore that over the weekend. So if you have an HDMI camera, you can now use it with BeLive.tv with the Epiphan X2. It's going up a step, because when you can bring in high quality cameras in addition to the C920, then it's a whole new ball game. It's good to have things to aspire to. I'm quite happy with the C920, the Pell microphone, and my backdrop. I'm good. But if you are doing more than that, then you can now do it with BeLive.
Right. I've covered events. Most events that you go to will have a power plug available. They always do. And so, for me to take my laptop with me, with my webcam, with my microphone, is really not a big deal for me. It's not a lot of equipment at all. I can put it into a little laptop bag, and off I go to an event, and it will cover it. So, obviously I'm not covering, and I will never do. I'm not, I don't have anywhere in my future plans an ideal or a goal of covering sports events. And so I would think, for someone who does a lot of events, does sports events, or I don't know, fairs or whatever, then you can justify that kind of investment. Absolutely. But for me personally, I don't see value for making that investment for myself. I think it's great for people that will use it for those applications. I think it's fantastic. It's great news because there are people. I mean, think of David, for example. He does quite a lot of events and outside things.
That's right.
But there's a lot of other broadcasters that love or would like to cover sports events or other types of events, and for those people, it's fantastic.
Just between me and you, you mentioned David. We were both watching Jeff live last night, and we were just chatting in the background on Messenger. And David said, in the text on the show itself, it says special announcement tonight. I said yes. He says, have I missed it? I said no. The special announcement is that the Epiphan X2 now links with BeLive. So I don't know. He may use it. I don't. But it is something. It's good to have there. Now, next week in the BeLivers group, I am going to do a series of short lessons about going from live video to podcast. And there'll probably be one Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just a short 15-minute show, which will take you from a BeLive TV live video to iTunes. So you can get your audio from the video I've just done, and you can go direct to iTunes via anchor.fm, and you've got a podcast then, which is definitely repurposing your show. And I'll be doing short lessons next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the BeLivers group to show you exactly how to do it step by step. It doesn't cost anything, and the only investment is your time. You've already created the video content, and it's now time to mention, just quickly in passing, if I can find it. Okay. Sorry, Bridgetti.
No
Live
problem.
Video Hub radio station, which takes podcasts from the recorded video and plays them on the radio 24/7. And Bridgetti, I'm processing your audio this weekend, so we'll be live from Monday. We also have indie music, and as a result of the show with Linda yesterday, I was approached by our first artiste, and she is sending me her MP3s, so we'll have music. In fact, she is our featured artiste. She's our only artiste. We need a few more, but
I should speak to one or two people that I know and ask whether they would mind.
Well, they get a bio, they get an hour on which we'll play their music, and down the road they'll get an interview as well, and that can go in front of the MP3s. So that's the package, and it is totally free. The radio station will be live on Monday, and to tune into the radio station, all you need to do is to click the link that's in the comments, and you can listen and hear from all your favorite BeLive people.
Now, I want to check with you. Where is that going to be available?
It's available on the website. So there's the website. And if anybody wants to host a radio station on their own website, then I can supply the HTML code to do it.
But Stephen, is it what I'm asking is, can people access it from all over the world?
It's global. There are two places you can listen to it. One is the website, which is dedicated to everything Live Video Hub, and the radio station is there. The other place you can listen to it, because nobody ever leaves Facebook, is you can listen to the radio on Facebook. And all you need to do is to go to the Live Video Hub page, go to the Welcome tab, and down at the bottom there, you'll find the radio player. So you can listen to the radio whilst you're surfing, and you haven't left Facebook. So that was because we've got 2,000 likes 2,032 likes on the live video hub page, which means I can actually add in HTML code from the website. So I can put the player on, and it works well. So you can listen to the radio whilst you're on Facebook, which gives us a global, well, a potential audience of 2.3 billion, which is not bad, is it?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
So once it's been running for a couple of weeks, then I'm going to start promoting. At the moment, I've got I need content. That's the first thing I need. So I'm going to be talking to a few people to actually get the content. But everybody gets, or if you've got a live video show on Facebook, then you can send me 5 shows or more, and they'll be scheduled across the week at a set hour, and people can listen to you every day of the week, apart from the day you go live, because you're actually live, and they can do it on Facebook. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. That's where my weekend is going to go.
A planning weekend.
Oh yeah. It's a labor of love. I want to do this. I'm determined that it will succeed. It's a way to actually promote all our friends who do live video, and it gives the live video a second life, and it's a win-win situation. There's no downside to it at all. So you can say, right, my show is finished now. You can catch me on the radio. This show will be on the radio in 2 days' time. That's it. So if you want to listen, most shows, we found out when Pons and I were doing it, when we were doing testing earlier, we found that the shows that you and I do, and the shows that Pons and I do, and the shows that Black Blubbing for Britain translate readily to radio, because we rarely, well, certainly in this show, and certainly Blubbing for Britain, we never show a graphic on screen.
Right.
The only graphic we've shown on screen in the last couple of weeks has been Archie, and we had to show Archie because, you know, a birth in the royal family is important. So he was part of the show yesterday. Right. Okay.
Yeah, that was. I can't believe we've already been going for 30 minutes. My goodness, where's the time gone?
It just flies. It just flies. Bridgetti, would you like to close today's show?
Yes, I would. I'm going to wish you a very, very great weekend, and I'm very excited that the radio is going to be going live on Monday. So everyone out there who's listening, if you've missed the announcement earlier on in the show, you can now repurpose your live streams on radio, available 24/7 from Monday. So do get in touch with Steven if you would like to repurpose your content for a podcast. Thanks everyone for joining us today, those who joined us live and those who are joining us on the replay. It's always great to have your company. So from me, Bridgetti in Cape Town, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week.
And from me, Stephen in Wiltshire in England, take care. We'll see you again soon. Bye. And that's a wrap. I'm just waiting for I'm still waiting.